Okay, so uh, today I'm going to explain you how to configure this search head. If you have already installed Splunk and you have configured the indexer, you got the data coming into Splunk, but now you want to set up a standalone search head, maybe something which you want to expose to your customers. So we are just going to see that how we can achieve setting up the search peers. So to explain that, I have already configured two indexers, uh, and I have already configured small infra on AWS Cloud. So two with two indexer boxes and one universal forwarder, which is sending the data to indexers. So as you can see here, this is my indexer one. This is my indexer two, and we have the data coming into both the indexers. So if you see, we have one event here on indexer one. Similarly, we have one event here on indexer two. But I do not want to expose, or I do not want to create any reports, alerts, dashboards here on these indexers. Probably in future, I may just disable the web access for these indexers, right? So to expose something to the customers, I need to set up the search head. So to do that, to set up the distributed search or search peer, what we can do. And if you see currently, there is no data in searcher, right? It's newly installed Splunk instance. So if I'm running for same index here, index equal to test, using which I'm able to get the data here in indexer one, indexer two. And if you notice here, both the events are different. This is for indexer one. This is for indexer two. Here, I don't have any data coming in currently. So to do that, to set up the search pair, you just need to go to settings, distributed search, click on search pairs, and we need to configure one. So peer URL of, I'm going to set up it first for index of one. So let's pick it up, complete URL, excluding port, paste it here. And then the management port, which is 8089. So you can see it here as well. HTTPS, your Splunk web URL, and then the management port. Username and password you need to obviously provide for your Splunk instance, which you want to configure here so that it's able to access that. Password do not match. 1 second, let me retry. Zero 089. Okay. Okay, so it's added. So now if I go here and if I try to run index test, you can see I'm able to get this data of indexer one now because I've configured the search pairing with this indexer one as of now. Let's do the same thing with the indexer two. Okay, let's go back to distributed search, configure another peer here. Provide the username password. And that's it. So this is also done. So just refresh it. You can see status healthy. Replication status, it has initiated, may take some time. Okay, so it's also successful. So now if you go back and try to run that index equal to test, you are able to see the data from both the indexers, right? Indexer one, indexer two. So this event, which is being ingested here on the indexer one, this event has been ingested on indexer 2, we are able to see both those events here using our search head. Okay, now let me show you something else. So let's try to post some more events on both the indexers and we'll see if we are able to see those newly ingested events on our search head. Okay, so I have these two test files. So this uh, test underscore idx1 dot log, it's been ingested to indexer 1. Let's try to put one new line in this file. Okay. Just put some random time. Newly added line. Okay. Just save it. Similarly, let's put another line on the file which has been ingested to indexer group 2. Again, put some random time and just modify the text with newly added line. So this is also done. So we have uh, added one extra line, one new line in both the files which are being ingested there on indexer 1 and indexer 2. How that's happening, that if you want to know that how the logs are going to their respective indexer machines, you can watch my previous video. I've explained it, how you can do the specific routing so that if you want to send some specific logs to specific indexer groups or a single standalone indexer, how we can achieve that. So you can take a look on my previous video. So now this is done. Let's start the Splunk D on this universal forwarder. Because we have made, okay, we didn't make any configuration changes. We just added the new lines. So I think we should be able to see that by default. Let's try that. Yeah, so we can see that newly added line also been ingested here. If you go here on the indexer 2, we can see that newly added line that has been ingested on indexer group 2. So now if you go to its search head, you should be able to see all 4 events here. So 2 events from your indexer 1, 2 events from your indexer 2. In total, you are able to see 4 events here. So this search head you can expose to your customers, or you can use it to set up the reports, alerts, and dashboards. And how does it work? It's not loading locally anything on this Splunk instance. It basically does a call to your to the respective search indexer, and then pull the data and then shows the same data here on display. So that's how it works. It doesn't store anything locally here on this own instance. So it makes a call, picks the data, and then populates that here. That's it. That's how the search pairing works in a Splunk. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for this session. Thanks for watching.